Ever notice how life has this annoying habit of dragging you exactly where you don't want to be? It's like no matter how hard you fight, things just keep falling apart. And then you find yourself asking, is all this really worth it? Am I on the right path? Here's the truth nobody's bold enough to tell you. Maybe you're doing everything wrong. But before you jump to conclusions, let me share something that's about to flip your world upside down. You've been taught to believe that success comes from relentless effort, following a safe path, and avoiding mistakes at all costs. But what if I told you that this belief is actually holding you back? What if the secret to unlocking your true potential lies in embracing chaos, facing your biggest failures, and getting lost to find yourself? Sounds crazy, right? But this is exactly the formula that few know about, and it can get you the results you're after faster than you think. I know this challenges everything you've been told so far. But the real question is, are you ready to uncover what's really stopping you from living the life you deserve? Because if you are, you're about to discover a truth that will transform your reality. Look, let me share a truth that not many have the guts to admit. No matter how hard you work on yourself, no matter how talented or dedicated you are, life's going to test you. That's a guarantee. People often think if they do everything right, if they stick to the plan, things will go their way. But here's the reality. Sometimes the plan falls apart. You're going to fail, you're going to get hurt, and you're going to doubt yourself. And you know why? Because life is relentless. You can't predict all the variables. There will be days when you wake up and nothing goes right. Your relationships might crumble, work might crush you, and you'll feel lost and broken. And the most brutal part? Nobody's going to hold your hand when that happens. Pain is a solitary experience. But here's the kicker. It's also essential. You see, when things go south, that's when true strength is tested. When you're at rock bottom, that's when you discover what you're really made of. Every hit life throws at you is a chance to either get up or stay down. Adversities aren't a detour, they are the path. Every obstacle, every failure, every setback is an unavoidable part of the journey. And if you're waiting for me to tell you that everything will be okay, you're in the wrong place. Things might actually get worse before they get better, and that's something you need to accept. Because it's in that chaos, in that uncertainty, that you're forged. Pain isn't an accident, it's part of the process. And if you want to be more than just a shadow of yourself, you need to learn to face those adversities head on, without running, without backing down. Now, I know this isn't easy to hear. Truth rarely is. But I'm not here to offer you comfort. I'm here to give you reality. And reality is this. You're going to fail. You're going to fall. But that's not the end. What you do after life knocks you down is what defines who you are. Have you ever stopped to think about the impact of your choices? No, I'm not talking about the big decisions, like which career to pick or where to live. I'm talking about those subtle choices you make every single day, especially when things go south. Because that's where the real battle happens. Picture this. You're walking through a dark valley, caught between two voices. One of them whispers in your ear, feeding your insecurities, nurturing fear and doubt. It tells you to quit, to blame the world, to believe you're not enough. The other voice, way harder to hear, challenges you to keep going, to have faith, to find gratitude even in the tough times. And this is where most people stumble. Let's be real, it's way easier to give in to fear than to fight for faith. What most folks don't get is that these two voices are always there. And with every choice you make, you're feeding one of them. When you choose to complain instead of being thankful, you're giving power to fear. When you choose to hide instead of facing your challenges, you're feeding doubt. And so, slowly, without even realizing it, you start shaping your own destiny. Think life is tough? Of course it is. But what do you do with that tough stuff? Do you let yourself be defined by the circumstances, or do you decide to be the one who shapes those circumstances? The truth is, adversity isn't going anywhere. It'll always be there. But the power it is over you is determined by which voice you decide to listen to. And believe me, that choice is made every day, in every little act, in every thought. So, the next time you're up against an obstacle, stop and listen. Pay attention to those voices. Which one are you feeding? The voice of fear that holds you back, or the voice of faith that sets you free? Because, in the end, it's not what happens to you that defines your life, but how you choose to respond. And that choice, my friend, is the key to everything. Let's be honest, growing up hurts. I'm not talking about that soreness you feel after a killer workout. I'm talking about the kind of pain that tears at your soul, that challenges everything you thought you knew about yourself. The kind of pain that makes you question if you've got what it takes to keep moving forward. And that's exactly the kind of pain most people try to avoid at all costs. But here's the secret nobody tells you. That pain is a disguised opportunity. Every time life knocks you down, it's handing you a gift. But like any valuable gift, it's wrapped in layers of suffering, failure, and doubt. It's easy to see a fall as the end, but the real question is, can you look beyond the fall? Every time you're broken, you face a choice. You can choose to wallow in self-pity, or you can choose to rise up, stronger than before. The truth is, every hit life deals you is a chance to become tougher, smarter, faster. It's like forging steel. It's in the heat and pressure that it strengthens. And you, my friend, are no different. But here's the reality. You'll only grow if you embrace that pain. Running from it only delays the inevitable. If you want to be someone who not only survives but thrives, you need to see each challenge as an opportunity to transform. It's not about how hard you can hit. It's about how hard you can be hit and keep moving forward. It's about becoming someone who, even when everything seems to be falling apart, can get up, dust themselves off, and keep going. And the beauty of it is, every time you choose to grow instead of retreat, you get a little closer to the stronger, more resilient version of yourself. Every challenge overcome is a badge of honor, proof that you can face whatever life throws your way. And the best part? Every time you grow, you become an inspiration to those around you. You show the world that, no matter how tough things get, there's always a chance to rise up, stronger, wiser, and more ready for what's next. Have you ever wondered where true strength comes from? I'm not talking about the physical strength you see in athletes or warriors, but that quiet, almost invisible strength that keeps you standing when everything around you is falling apart. This strength isn't in your muscles, it's inside you, in your spirit, in your determination. It's the force that makes you keep going when every part of you wants to give up. See, life is a constant battle. It's not a question of if you'll face challenges, but when. And believe me, they'll come one after the other without giving you a break. What you do in those moments defines your character, shapes your story. It's easy to be strong when things are going well, but the true measure of your strength is who you are in the hardest times. The world will test you, push you to your limits, and leave you breathless. But it's precisely in these moments that you find out what you're really made of. Strength isn't about avoiding the fight, but about facing it head on with everything you've got. And when you think you've reached your limit, when you feel you can't go on, that's when your true inner power reveals itself. Because deep down, there's nothing you can't overcome if you decide not to give up. The truth is, the only thing that can stop you is you. No circumstance, no challenge, no obstacle has the power to define you. The decision to keep going, to fight, to endure, that decision is entirely in your hands. And every time you choose to fight, you become stronger, more resilient, more unbeatable. You show the world and yourself that no matter what happens, you will stand tall. And that's what it means to have inner strength. It's not about winning every battle, but about refusing to quit, no matter how many times you fall. It's about getting up, dusting yourself off, and continuing to fight, knowing that every step you take, every battle you face, is shaping you into someone who is truly unbreakable.